The 30 Years' War was a complex and devastating conflict that took place in Europe from 1618 to 1648. It began as a religious war between Protestants and Catholics in the Holy Roman Empire but evolved into a broader struggle for power, involving various European states and dynasties. The roots of the conflict can be traced back to the Protestant Reformation in the early 16th century, which led to the fragmentation of Christianity in Europe. The Holy Roman Empire was a patchwork of states with different religious affiliations, and tensions between Protestants and Catholics had been brewing for decades. The immediate trigger for the war was the defenestration of Prague in 1618 when Protestant nobles in Bohemia threw two Catholic imperial regents out of a window. This event ignited a rebellion in Bohemia, which escalated into a wider conflict as various European powers sought to support their respective religious and political interests. The war can be divided into four phases. During the Bohemian phase, 1618 to 1625, the Protestant rebels initially achieved some successes but were eventually defeated by the Catholic forces led by the Habsburg dynasty. The Danish phase, 1625 to 1629, saw the intervention of Denmark, led by King Christian IV, on the Protestant side. However, the Catholic forces, commanded by General Albrecht von Wallenstein, emerged victorious and secured significant territorial gains. The Swedish phase, 1630 to 1635, marked the entry of Sweden, under the leadership of King Gustavus Adolphus, into the war on the Protestant side. The Swedish forces achieved several military victories, but Gustavus Adolphus was killed in the Battle of Lutzen in 1632. Despite this setback, the Swedish involvement ultimately weakened the Catholic position. The French phase, 1635 to 1648, witnessed France, led by Cardinal Richelieu, entering the war against the Habsburgs. The conflict became more focused on power struggles and territorial ambitions rather than religious differences. France and its allies gradually gained the upper hand, and the war finally came to an end with the signing of the Peace of Westphalia in 1648. The Peace of Westphalia was a series of treaties that not only ended the 30 Years' War but also redefined the political and religious landscape of Europe. It recognized the principle of state sovereignty and granted greater religious freedom to different Protestant denominations. It also confirmed the independence of the Dutch Republic and Switzerland and established a new balance of power in Europe. The 30 Years' War resulted in widespread devastation, loss of life, and economic ruin across Europe. It had a profound impact on the political, religious, and social fabric of the continent. The war marked the decline of the Holy Roman Empire and the rise of France as a dominant power. It also set the stage for future conflicts and shaped the development of international relations in Europe.